Welcome to the Chicago Pen Show, where we are continuing to play 20 questions with Atlas.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. My name is Brendan. I'm the Vice President of Atlas Stationers. We have a retail store located in downtown Chicago. I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you on the channel. First question, when I say fountain pen, what pen do you think of?
My Edison football pen, one of one.
How did you get into pens?
My brother gifted me a Cross Peerless for my college graduation, and I didn't know what I had at the time, but I fell in love, and we additionally started selling fine writing instruments at a greater scale at that time.
What was your first pen?
My first pen was the Cross Peerless.
What's your current daily driver?
I really enjoy Kaweco Sport, brass, and I actually rock a lot of retro 51s.
What's your favorite ink?
Favorite ink, Pelikan Tanzanite.
Favorite brand, either ink or pen?
Pelikan.
Vintage or modern?
Modern.
Do you swatch all your inks?
I do not. We have like 1,400 inks that I consider somewhat mine in a way, and there's too many.
Fair enough. Do you daily drive the same pen and ink, or do you switch it up?
I switch it up, sometimes based off outfits and others based on mood.
Do you have a reference for all your nibs, or do you just pick a pen at random and know the nib?
You know, I usually go for fine and mediums, but we carry the whole range, so I always got to open the pen and check.
Is there any pen you wish you could see in person?
Some of the Mont Blanc Artist Series and some old Monte Grappa limited editions.
Yes. What's your current grail?
My current grail, probably any David Oscarson pen, but more specifically the Nikola Tesla.
Oh yeah, that's a cool pen. What pen would you recommend to a beginner?
So I'm big on the TWSBI Ecos. However, if you want something a little bit more low-key, check out the Faber-Castell Hexo.
Yeah, neither pen I have in my collection. What ink would you recommend to a beginner?
I'm big on Monteverde because their bottles are very well priced, but you can't go wrong with literally anything.
What advice would you have to somebody who wants to try a fountain pen but is a bit scared to?
Ask and then always start with the most expensive fountain pen. I'm just joking. You don't need to do that. But start slow.
Start with one of those over there.
Perfect. Start slow, ask questions. Everyone in this community is very welcoming and is willing to help you find what you need.
What filling mechanism do you think is most interesting, regardless of if you like to use it or not?
Vacuum.
That's a frequent answer in this.
I'm sure.
What nib size do you prefer to write with?
Fine on Western and medium on Eastern.
Okay. Is there a style of nib you love but don't really use?
Music nibs.
Hadn't used one until this weekend. What paper do you use? Do you always use the same paper, or do you switch it up?
Between two, Midori and Rhodia.
Okay. Least favorite ink/ink color family?
Light pinks that are pretty dry.
Well, thanks for playing 20 questions.
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming along to the Chicago Pen Show. It's been a great time.
Thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.